Hello, Helen Chin Liu here, certified reflexologist, certified energy medicine practitioner, Reiki master teacher, and the owner of the Healing Place Energy School. So I'm hoping very much you're here to join me on my Facebook live chat. And tonight we're going to talk about how we could quiet the chattering squirrel in 3 ways. I think about, do I really want to quiet it, or do I want to step on it and kill it? Oh, doesn't that sound violent? So let me know if you're on with me. Give me a thumbs up, all right, hon? And I'll try to greet everybody. So let's talk a little bit, why am I doing this? As you may know, I've just developed an online class, Chakra 101, Know Your Energy. And as an energy healer, I truly believe that one needs to know their foundation of how their energy operates. So we have what I consider defaults, where we constantly chattering is one of those things I consider a default, because we're constantly talking to ourselves and we're constantly thinking. In fact, from the moment we awake to the moment we go to bed, we are thinking about anywhere from 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day. Can you imagine that, how many thoughts you think about in a minute? And you go from thought to thought. And as part of my energy program, I want to teach people how to maintain their energy so it can stay consistent, balanced, and flowing. Yes, we want to have good energy so we can have the ability to move forward in our lives and to live authentically as much as you can and feel really good about what you're doing. So by staying consistent, it's going to be key in the work that we do. And by looking at your chakras, which is basically where all this energy is stored, we have 7 main chakras on our spine and 21 minor chakras sprinkled through our back and our limbs. And as we are looking at our energy, it's all about how do we maintain our energy so we can control it, or I should say be at peace with it, instead of having you succumb to your emotions and then you feel like everything is overtaking you. So this is what it's about, energy work. In fact, the people who have studied Reiki with me, I encourage everyone to have a basic understanding of energy medicine, because if you don't have any idea how your energy flows, it's very difficult not only to know about yourself, but if you're working with clients, it's hard to teach them how to manage their energy. And one thing about the, I would say the chattering squirrel, it robs us of our peace. It really does. It robs us of your energy, where you may end up feeling exhausted and drained. I think that really stinks, And one of the things, what is inner chatter? Most people think it's just harmless talk. Well, sometimes it's harmless, and sometimes it could take you down into your darkness. So inner chatter is a part of us. It cannot be separated from you. So the only thing you could do is to manage it. So some people call it mental noise, but when you start to have constant chatter in your head that could be destructive, and it becomes a monologue where you just can't quiet down your brain. This is when destruction could be devastating and overtake you, especially if you're a thinker. Most people who are, I would call thinkers, they're always in their head. And usually, a lot of times with thinkers, they have a tough time executing because they're constantly trying to control the outcome with every single thought they have. Unfortunately, it could be for you or against you, so that always stinks. Yes, swipe to the left to see who's your viewers. I hope I don't lose anybody. Anyways, so inner chatter could be uplifting and it could be negative, so it's your choice. Yes, you do have a choice of how to control this inner chatter. In fact, in my class, Chakra 101, Know Your Energy, we talk a lot about how your darkness could overtake you, and before you know it, you have a thought in your head and you have just magnified to the point of just being ridiculous. I'm going to do a quick story here. My family, like most family, they're plugged into each other. In other words, if you have a story to tell, and my family, unfortunately, likes to focus on the negativity instead of the positive. And I'm one of those people. I just don't indulge anyone, and I'm not interested in anyone's negative talk. And I remember my mother was saying something negative about one of my sisters, and for some reason, I agree with her. And before I knew it, she started to really talk loudly, and she was excited that I had bought into her negativity. And then also my other sister chimed in, my two sister-in-laws chimed in, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what did I do? I'm spreading negativity among my family. And all because I said the word, yes, I agree with you, and then you would think it was an explosion. So anyways, coming back to your inner chatter, you could do lots of things to help yourself to break out of your habit. And that's what inner chatter is. It's just a habit that you have, and you're constant reinforcing it by adding more inner chatter to propel that negative thought. But it doesn't necessarily have to be negative. You could take any thoughts and make it positive. It's just a matter of exercising your spiritual muscles and start to be aware what you are saying. So, and what is inner chatter, especially the negative one? When you're constantly replaying your thoughts over and over and over. Oh my gosh, this is like, how many times can you repeat the same story? And you're reliving your past fears and negative thoughts again, over and over. And you just can't let it go. And what happens when you become paralyzed in these thoughts because you feel like you've got cheated, it's really difficult to break out of that and move into the future. So what happens a lot of times, you can't live in the moment. And you're really in your body because you're somewhere floating on a cloud thinking, oh my gosh, I can't believe so-and-so has done that to me. And you're reliving that scene somewhere in your head. So that's your negative chatter. And then what happens a lot of times, you become mentally exhausted and your mind wanders. But you could, I wish I had a lasso, and you could lasso your thoughts and pull it back in, because you can do something about this. So where do these thoughts come from? You know, your default mechanism. A lot of times, the inner chatter really comes from your family. Think about what your family's beliefs are and how young were you when they got implanted, I would say, rooted into your head, into your body. And a lot of your thoughts really comes from your perception. And a lot of times when I'm working with clients, as I point out in my Chakra 101 Know Your Energy class, can you define what is the truth? Because in reality, you can make anything the truth if you choose, especially if you feel like someone did something, got one over you, all right? Someone got something over you and you're rehashing that. So your fears and your decisions a lot of time is based upon your perceived reality. So whatever you think is real, that's your perception. So if you really believe someone is going to get you, well, that person is going to get you. So that, I think that stinks. So what are the three types of conversation the inner chattering squirrel has? Again, we all have it. So it could be positive, neutral, or negative. So positive, obviously, is uplifting. You're telling yourself some wonderful things are happening, and these opportunities are coming to you, and you have the courage to follow through. And what the negative, well, you know what the negative one is. It tells you why you're not worthy, why you suck in 10,000 ways, and you're never going to catch a break. But if you could stay neutral, where you're not dwelling on one or the other, because if you're always constantly dwelling on the positive, which is wonderful, what happens, you got to energetically prepare if it doesn't work out the way you expect, and then disappointment sets in place. So being in neutral, does that mean to be complacent about your thought? No. Be ready to go. Be ready to be charged and feel good with what you are doing. So your negative chatter comes from your consciousness telling you that you're really not good enough or you're worthy. And plus, being positive, again, you could always change the dialogue in your head because nobody is holding you to those negative thoughts. Really, this is what I tell people all the time. You can choose to make those choices. So start with loving yourself. Love myself? What does that mean to love? And feel free, anybody, if you have a comment, put your thumbs up and just let me know. Love yourself. Become your own cheerleader. Become your own best friend. And really recognize what you do and who you are. And tell yourself you're doing a great job. And feel like you deserve better. We all deserve. I love that story when I remember my husband would say to me at times, you don't feel guilty about doing things for yourself. I said, no, heck no. I deserve it and I want it. And guilt is a wasted emotion. I want you to remember that. So 3 things I want you to do, maybe 4. Catch yourself before the chattering squirrel takes over. Really, as soon as you begin the awareness of something negative has jumped in your head, you're going to tell it, stop, 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 take time out, stop, 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 take time out. And learn to be confident, inspire, and be motivated to change. This is something that you got to do every single day. Do something that you love doing that makes you feel good. And the more that you can do things for yourself, you'll be surprised how this could change. So trash the talk, trash the negative talk, put it in a can, okay? Negative description of yourself. Just ask yourself, do you really need this conversation? If once you stop talking trash about yourself, nobody needs that, Really, don't reinforce whatever you think is real. Praise yourself for everything you do. Yeah, give yourself a high five. I'm good at doing that. Again, be aware of every single thing that runs through your energetic system and really think about what is the root that's causing you to have this negative talk, and come back to inner peace. Always come back to inner peace, whatever that means to you. Find your quiet. Yeah, find your quiet. So one of the things I want you to do, this is my mantra. When I start to get crazy and I start to think of these silly things that are just invading me, I get in front of a mirror, and I'm going to put this up on my Facebook live chat. I honor myself. This is my mantra. Mantras are words that you say often, over and over and again, until you could feel those words starts to, I would say, penetrate on a cellular level, where the words are living in you. The same ways as negative words live in you, positive words could live in you, okay? What we're gonna do is take a eraser and we're gonna start eliminating those negative words. So here we go. I honor myself. I am not my thoughts. I am not those kind of thoughts. I am worthy. I will not let fears, anxieties, and worries drain me of my life forces. I choose not to live in negativity. Every time I have a negative thought, I will say, stop, stop. I am my own best friend. I hope very much this little chat will give you some insights what you could do every single day to make simple little changes, and it all begins with awareness. Awareness, And so let me tell you, in my Chakra 101, Know Your Energy classes, I would love to share this knowledge with you. So if there's something that if you would like more information, look at the box above. I'm going to give you a link to go look at that. But in the meanwhile, next week, what I'm hoping to do is 2 talks. On Wednesday the 20th at 1, my lunchtime chat for the soul. I'm going to do a meditation to support your beautiful soul. And it's a $5 donation, Wednesday the 20th from 1 to 2 p.m. And all monies made will be donated to a charity. The group is going to be very intimate. There's only going to be 10 of us. And this way we have a chance to chat and to share our soul. And my next Facebook Live chat is next Thursday at 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be on energy medicine to support your life purpose. So I hope this has been helpful to you. I look forward to talking to you next week. But drop me a line and let me know what you think. Have a good day. Bye-bye.